Hello, everybody. It's what's the word? I don't know how to put it. It's a very weird time, to say the least. So basically, one minute. I think you all know exactly what I'm about to get at. I've not spoke to anyone in like quite a while, and there's reasons for that. The main one being that I just had a lot of things to do. Let's just say it was very it was just a very tough time. But it was most important that like I sorted myself out instead of just sitting around and moaning about it. But main reason to say that anyways is because like again I've been gone for like a year, which is never a good sign. Never a good sign. But now I'm back, and the reason I'm back is because I've been pulled back because of all the events which are happening, and it's just not good. But as you can see, right here, there's very many like bad things just happening. Like the Australian wildfires, they're bad enough as they are. Then you have the locust plague in Africa, and now you have a pandemic which is killing people. It's just not nice. The worst thing is that when you're being made out to be crazy for this, I don't know. It's just really weird. It's just a really weird time. But also, I'm sorry if I talk like a robot a bit. It'll stop in a minute. So the main point I need to make is we're in a very severe time right now because of all the prophetic things which are happening right now. Now, the first one being, well, the coronavirus is a very serious virus which at first only looked like it was like the flu, but now it's becoming deadlier. But the worst thing is that the worst like damage from the virus is not actually going to come from the core deaths of the virus itself. There's going to be a whole lot of prophetic play which is going to come into action through this virus, and I'm 100% certain about that because, right. So first of all, we in throughout the scriptures there is actually talk of the end times, which we all know of. But now, one of the very things is a pandemic. Not a pandemic, pandemics will indeed be coming. This is nothing new. But the thing is, this year there's been a lot of things which were said inside of one specific verse, which they all happen within a few months now. And that's what's getting to me so much. I'm not getting to it. And there's various other verses which speak of things like this related to this time. So I do indeed believe it is my duty to talk upon it. Considering the very fact that there's so-called Christians out there who don't actually care. They'd rather just sit at home and not do anything about it and let people blindly die, because this coronavirus will be taking people who don't know their Lord, which is an awful thing. We want to try and spread the word, but most of all, we need to get right with Him ourselves. Take this as an opportunity to go and seek Him right now, because as it says, seek Him while He may be found. And you have the chance to do that, especially if you are being called by the Spirit right now. Because it was the Spirit that brought me back. I didn't bring myself back. Because I always knew full well that I was going to come back to YouTube. I just never knew when. I never knew how or what it would be doing. But then the moment this virus came around, I was like, right, this is my perfect chance, because I can't just sit down while things go bad. But let's just like go. No, I know this is CNN, and the point is not CNN, but it does have a good point which someone makes in it. And Second Chronicles. I'll just double check which the actual specific part is. I know it's Second Chronicles 7:13. No, I personally didn't know this scripture off by heart. I'm not too familiar with Chronicles. I've been through it before, but I'm not like 100. It's not like one of the scriptures which I've read the most. Like, it's not like I don't know it the way I know Revelation. So, but I have read this verse quite a lot in the recent few days because I've been studying it. So it's 7:13 to 5. I meant 15, but you know what I mean. So there we go. Yes, this is like the passage. So now pay attention, because this describes the entire way this year has gone already. So start with verse 13. If I shut up the heaven that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sin, and will heal their land. Now mine eyes shall be open, and mine ears attend unto the prayer that is made in this place. Now let's go over how exactly this passage is referring to 2020, as I do believe that 2020 the year itself can indeed be applied to this passage, and it won't just be 2020. There'll be various instances like this, but specifically this year. Let's go back. Now we already know what the pestilence is, but this is where in the Bible, this is where God told Solomon this stuff, and we do need to turn from our wicked ways, because if we don't, then it's just going to get worse. And just so you all know, Isaiah 26:20. Now I saw this on an Instagram post yesterday. It literally says, one minute. It literally says, "Go, my people, and enter your rooms, and shut the doors behind you. Hide yourselves for a little while until while it's passed by." Okay? This is exactly what we should do at this point in terms of the virus. Just give you one more position on it, because I saw this in an Instagram post, and yesterday was the 26th of March in the year 2020. And I'm sure the Spirit used this to show me, like, whoa, is this talk about right now? And I'm not saying it was written in specifically thinking of right now, but the very funny thing is, the verse can be applied to right now. And I do indeed believe that it does apply to right now, because verses aren't always used for just one thing. They can have multiple meanings behind them. So keep that in mind. Anyway, let's get to the predictions. So, back in Africa, there was a locust plague recently. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of it. I think I posted a Instagram picture of it. I posted an Instagram about when this was happening, just to update you on what I thought it was. And I was upfront at the time what I thought it was. I told you all it was the plague. Well, it was a locust plague. But before that was the Australian wildfires, which will be the rain being held back. Again, simple point it together. And now the world pandemic is right here. So I think it is absolutely true. And then after this article is rubbish after this because it goes on to say how it's a bad doomsday prediction. And first of all, this is not a doomsday prediction. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a prophetic thing which was confirmed. It's not a doomsday prediction. Because I'm not trying to say that like tomorrow we're all going to die. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that it's a sign that the doomsday is close. I'm not saying when, because I don't know when. I've got no clue when. I'm not going to try and know that. But what I do know is that it's close. At least close relatively. In relative terms. The book of Revelation also speaks of the hour of temptation. I personally believe that is also upon us as well. And in various ways. And the main thing is, and people are going to get mad at me thinking, say things like, well, let me think. They're going to say like, well, how can you be saying the doomsday is right around the corner? The Great Tribulation hasn't even been yet. Or World War III hasn't even been yet. This, that. Because a lot of people do believe that World War III is indeed in prophecy. And I do too. I just believe that World War III and the Great Tribulation happen to be the same thing. Personally, I think I've already made a video about that. I'm not sure it's still up. A load of the videos took down for various reasons. But the point is that, yeah, it's a very thing, but the main damage is not going to be the main deaths which come from this. It's going to be what's enforced, because there's an economic breakdown. There's an economic crash which is happening right now, and all the nations are falling, especially because of the economy. So they've already established lockdowns in many parts of the world, including my country. And when I was watching my Prime Minister's speech on the TV, the very moment which caught my attention is when he said he was shutting down all forms of worship. It's like, oh, here we go. I know exactly what's going to start happening. Because at the moment they don't have the army on the streets, but you know for what the army is going to end up on the streets at some point. Who knows, I might be wrong. Well, we know it's got at some point. I mean, it might not be in this case, but I do believe it will. And then martial law, and then boom. So it's really just a way of it's a way you can perceive it, I guess. What will happen, but this is the way I'm perceiving it. And I do think that the camps are going to start, because I saw another video once from the other day about Hillary Clinton saying about sending people to fun camps. But we all know what fun camps are. The concentration camps. And they will indeed inevitably end up being death camps. And this whole shutting down places of worship, they said they're going to stop baptisms and weddings, so you can't get married anymore. Can't be baptized. This is going to carry on. And I can understand the social need for this, because it is a virus that's spreading. But again, this is just the beginning. I don't think that we're all going to die tomorrow. I don't think the doomsday is tomorrow. I think this is setting the chain of events in motion, which will bring the Great Tribulation forward and the Mark of the Beast. Because what happens is all the governments and all the currencies crash. Then one very specific beast establishes the one world government, and the Antichrist will be here. And you're going to see a whole lot of things. And people will be accepting the Mark of the Beast. And the main reason I'm stressing this right now so much is because there's so-called Christians out there who are going to take this and damn their souls. Even so-called truthers. Even so-called truthers will. And they'll tell you they won't, but in that moment they will. Because they don't have spirits, you know. Their spirit is the spirit of the devil. Revelation even says he'll make them of the skin, synagogue of Satan. Synagogue of Satan's basically it. It's modern day Israel. But then again, I'm pretty sure we've already covered that. That's pretty much like things which everyone knows who reads scripture at this point. So I don't even know the point I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to tell you guys the severity of the times we're in. And make sure you fix your relationship with him. Because if you don't, well, you know, it's a disaster. Like, you can't get through this specific time alone. Because even if you don't get infected by the virus, it's going to impact you. Whether it be by lockdown, finances, etc. And keep in mind, the mark of the beast states like, if you don't have it, you can't buy or sell. We already know that, but you see how they're trying to implement things? They're already implementing restrictions in supermarkets. I'm not sure where, if it has in America now, but I know it has in the UK. And America will be to follow. I know certain parts of America have taken certain precautions, certain steps. So I know certain parts are on lockdown, but I don't think the entire nation is. I'm not sure about that, but it will be at some point. I'm telling you right now, because Trump's just another pawn. They're all bit pawns. They're all owned by the bankers and the devil worshippers. This is just basic things which I don't even need to get into too much deep things to tell you guys, because you should already know this from watching this channel and other channels. With the territory right now, where we know what these people want, but we're just seeing how it's unfolding. And we need to call upon his name, because you need to refuge in him, as the Psalms say. I don't know though, it's a very weird position. But just don't be scared either, because if you're living in fear, then that is no life to live, for you were not given a spirit of fear, as so the scriptures say. Because I see loads of people living in fear, like they're not sleeping at night. Some of my friends have been doing that. They've not been sleeping at night because of this virus, because they're worried it's going to get them and it's either going to kill them or it's going to kill the family members. And I'm telling them, first of all, it's most likely not going to kill you. That's because the nature of it is mostly killing people with underlying health conditions. But second of all, yeah, it could take your family members, but first of all, if you're in the faith, you have nothing to be afraid of. Because for we have not been given spirits of fear. That's just a fact. And not just that, but have you not read Job? Read the book of Job and seen what happened to him? Yeah, things will happen. I'm going to tell you as biblical as it is right now. You might lose family members. You may lose family members before you believe their time is up, but all I'll tell you is their time is not up. That was their time. It's all written. You know God, you know that. And if whatever he wants to do, he's going to do it. So, I don't know. It's just a very, I don't know. It's just a very important thing to think about and consider. Because I know for well that some people they'll lose a loved one and they're gonna be like, oh, God hates me, and then they're gonna go in some weird way that they're gonna drift away from him. And I've been through those like instances in my life before. What I'm gonna tell you is it does not mean that he hates you. If you are his child, then he does love you. But at the end of the day, if you read Job, we will be tested at times, and the devil is indeed given certain powers to attack you, because he likes to test you, and you need these moments to show that you are a true soldier and warrior, and that you're not just with God because of circumstances, because some people are only with him because their life's good. Oh, on the contrary, some people are only with him because their life's bad. And when the life gets good, they'll leave him. Or in other instances, when their life gets bad, they'll leave him. So your circumstances will often change when you are in this walk. You'll see that a lot. For example, again, read the book of Job. It tells you all. Because it is often like either that someone is loving the life, so they'll be with him because they're thankful for that, or it'll be the opposite where their bad life's awful and they're with him because they want life to improve, and then when their life improves they'll just leave them, and then when life turns awful they'll leave them. These are the very weird things of the Christianity, and people, you're going to see a lot of false Christians come out right now, and you'll see them be exposed, but you're also going to see a lot of false Christians not get exposed because they're going to blend in and they're going to tickle people's ears, as the scriptures state. People will want doctrines which tickle their ears, and you get people saying that things like, if you get with Christ, he's going to heal you from the virus straight away, which is not necessarily true. He has the power to do it, sure. I do believe that, and I do believe some people will be healed from it by him, but which may appear to be miraculously, so he gives him glory. But no, not everyone's going to, and that's just not the way God crumbles. If that person dies, it's because it was their time to be claimed. So a lot of people may ask me, well, what should I do then if the doomsday is near? Well, if you are a Christian, nothing. Just keep doing nothing like you normally are. Maybe step up the intensity, because it is a very serious time. But apart from that, I don't know. There's nothing you can do. You can't prepare for it, because you know full well if you read it, there's nothing much you can do to prepare. I mean, you can prepare for the tribulation. Sure you can. So I'm not against you doing that, but I mean, if you're preparing for the doomsday, there's nothing really to do. But you shouldn't be afraid of the doomsday anyway. If you are truly in Christ, you should be excited for it. You should be excited for the day when he comes back. It's just simple. Because that hour is nearing and nearing. And we all know that. You can see it from just a few verses, never mind the entire scriptures which we used. But I just think it's important that you all we all unite as well instead of fighting among us. Because as the scriptures say, a house divided can't stand, and we're too divided. And this virus will cause much more division within the church as well, I have no doubt. And you have loads of people with different views arguing upon it, and it's just going to end up in utter chaos. And who knows how exactly it will unfold, but we know exactly how the story ends. So I don't know how this tribulation is going to unfold, but I do genuinely believe that the Spirit's telling me that it's nearly here. And we'll probably experience it in our lifetimes. I'm not even saying it's going to be this year, because there's going to be a series of events which build up to the tribulation, and there's still the transhumanist movement which we need to see, because that is definitely going to happen at some point, and all these other movements which they've got planned, which I do believe will happen before it. I do think they'll be in place within the tribulation, but I believe they're going to be in place for it. So it might be a few years away still, and that's just the tribulation. So I do think his return is still some years off, but I just think now is the time. Well, it's always been the time to get right with him, but now is the time, if you haven't already, because we're going to get into territories where people are dying more and more and more. Because World War III will happen, and again, I do believe that World War III is the Great Tribulation, personally. And I do believe that this will happen because of this. The chain of events is about to be set in motion, or so it already has been. We're going to be basically imprisoned in our own homes. And even if the lockdown ends, even if we are let out of our homes, this will still have repercussions which end up in the tribulation, I'm telling you right now, because of the economy. And then they're going to enforce lockdown like this in the future, but worse. And people will go to camps. No, I don't think there's much more I can say. I may come live again later. I may do a video later, who knows. I'm not planning anything, I'm not making a schedule for my YouTube channel this time, I'm just doing it off of the Spirit. So some days I might not do a video, some days I might go days without doing it, or I could do them days in a row. I could go weeks without doing it, I could do weeks in a row. I've got no plan for it, I'm just using the channel because I can, as it's a platform. I'm not even doing this as a YouTuber anymore, I'm doing this as a preacher. Because I think last time, and this is important for you, so just listen to this. I let everything get to my head. like, I think I was enjoying the drama too much, and I wasn't doing the YouTube for him. I was doing it for me. So, you know, I just think it's important that we all make sure that when we're preaching, we're not just preaching for ourselves to get some kind of gratification of it. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing it now. I'm enjoying it now, but it's more. I'm not getting into drama. I'm not bringing people's names up. I'm not, oh, let's expose this guy, expose that guy. And I'm not saying it's bad when someone gets exposed for doing something wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. We are indeed called to expose people, to expose evil. That is within the scriptures. The scriptures quite very literally say expose, be told to expose evil. We are told to do that. We are commanded to do that. But at the end of the day, there's so many other things we're commanded to do, which I've above that, which I wasn't properly doing. And when I taught people a lesson, I feel like I was getting prideful about it. Like, ooh, I know the scriptures more than you. And I'll tell you right now, I went wrong in that area. And I got too angry all the time. And that's why I love debating so much. Don't get me wrong, I'll still have debates with people. I'm still going to do that, but it's going to be different this time round. Because I'm much more cool, calm, and collected. And I'm hoping you can see that. Or at least sense it in this video. Because I don't like being angry and all. I don't know. I just don't like it when I get all horrific and start following the devil. Because people, some of us are following the devil whether we don't know it or not, or we're being used by him. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that those videos I made didn't honour God in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure they did do. But they also honoured the devil in certain ways, because they honour the devil in ways that like, and don't twist these words, because of course some people are indeed going to twist these words and say it. I'm not saying I was honouring the devil. I'm saying that the devil could use them to honour himself because I was doing it out of pride in some areas. Because I thought I was better than people. That's what I'm saying. So it would have been honouring the devil, but I did it thinking I was honouring God. And I'm not sure how full it was, which is why I had to step away. And I did fall back into sin, as we all do, but I've been recovered from that right now. My walk with Christ has literally been a roller coaster. Each time I come back, he's making me stronger and stronger. And he's going to make a hell of a warrior out of me. Because I'm still young and I've got a lot that I can do. And I need to use this time, or should I say I need to let the Lord use it this time for me. And if any of you lot felt that, just read the story of the prodigal son and you'll see you can come back. Or even Revelation 2 even says, remember where you came from. You need to remember where you came from if you fell away and come back now. He makes that clear. Because otherwise you'll be cut off. You don't want to be cut off branches. Because we will know who is truly saved in the end, and those who weren't, they fall off and they stay off. The ones who are truly saved, well, they come back, just like the story of the prodigal son. So this is the Vigilant Soldier here, guys. I love you all. Might see you later, and I am going to sign out. Love you all.